Howdy Simmers. Last month, The Sims announced a roadmap where they revealed that we were getting 4 new kits and a hot update over the span of April through June. Now, of course, there were speculations over what this hot update was going to be, whether it was going to be a season's refresh, or we were getting some new stuff added for pools, or if it was going to be a towny refresh for the Caliente family. And after a month of speculating, the hot update finally came to us on Tuesday in the form of an SDX drop. Now, before I get into the main course of the hot update, I do want to let you guys know that we actually got 2 new recipes added to The Sims. So we got matzo ball soup and challah bread, which this makes me so happy because I know that Hufflepalm on Twitter has been asking for Jewish representation in The Sims for over a year. And so I'm really happy to see that they finally added some of that representation in there, and I'm not gonna lie, these look amazing, and I really want my Sims to have these. I haven't played the game yet. I haven't gotten to actually see these for myself in-game. But they look amazing and absolutely delicious, and I am really, really happy. But the biggest part of this update is that we did, in fact, get a towny refresh of the Caliente family. If you're not familiar with the whole towny refresh thing, I believe they talked about this in the Sim Summit back in October, but basically their plan is to go through every existing household from, like, base game all the way through, I want to say Eco Lifestyle or something like that. And they're wanting to give makeovers to every sim through, like, all of those packs. And just give them, like, a fresh new look and fresh new lore, even though that has not really been a thing so far. But so far, they've only done the Goth family and now the Caliente family, so we're only 2 families in. The span of which it took them to do the Caliente family after the Goth family is kind of insane. I don't remember exactly how long it's been. I've been hearing people say that it's been like a year. I don't think it's been a year, but it's definitely been a while since the Goth update. So, I don't know why it's really taking them so long to do this, but let me go ahead and hop into the game and just show you what they did to the Calientes. Now, just a reminder of what the Calientes used to look like. This is Katrina Caliente. And this is the mother of Dina and Nina Caliente and The Sims 4. And so that's Katrina, this is Dina, this is Nina Caliente. And then we have Don Lothario, who is probably one of the most notorious Sims in the franchise, because I know a lot of people love making babies with this dude. So he has some fairly good genetics. But let me just do kind of a comparison for you. So this was Katrina before the refresh, and this is Katrina now. So as you can see, very, very different facial structure and big bulky hair. They also changed Katrina's hair color from this like fiery red to something, I want to say a little more subtle, but it's really, really not. But this was a big change, to say the least. I definitely think that, from what I've heard, people really are not a fan of Katrina's makeover. And I think with some of the Sims, they did try to channel the Sims 2 versions. So, like, we have Dina here and her Sims 4 version. Now, Dina, Nina, and Dawn do exist in The Sims 2, but Katrina actually doesn't. And when we get into what I did with them, I will go into a little bit more detail about this. But anyway, this is Dina, and then this is her new version. I will say, I do kind of like Dina's new look. She does kind of remind me a little bit of the Sims 2 version. Like, I do think that they did okay with her, but I don't know how really to feel about these makeovers, especially Katrina's, but, you know, it's fine. Anyway, so we had Nina, who I feel was done so dirty originally, and she's a little bit better now. However, they kept that same, like, bulky hair from 2014, but she's definitely been improved a little bit, so yeah. And then finally we have, of course, Dawn. So this was him before, and once again they did try to channel Sims 2 Dawn, but this is him now. But now that I've shown you what the Sims did to the Calientes, let me show you what I did to them. Now, I will start off by saying that the Sims 4 whitewashed the Caliente family, and I did my best to darken their skin tone, but I wanted to kind of stay true to what they looked like in The Sims 2, and I am not very experienced with the skin tone system, so it was a struggle, and I don't know how close I really got to making them look like how they did in The Sims 2 skin tone wise. So I tried my best. Let me know if any of the Sims do end up a little bit lighter than intended, and if any of them ended up being too dark. Like, I'm still trying to get used to adjusting skin tones and finding the right one. So, yeah, just as a thing, just help me out a little bit. I'm still learning. But with Katrina, it was very difficult because I was able to use reference pictures for Dina, Nina, and Dawn. But since Katrina doesn't exist in The Sims 2, I just kind of got to do whatever. And I've seen a lot of people's makeovers of the Caliente since this update, and a lot of people have said that Katrina gives Kris Jenner vibes. So I did try to kind of channel that, but in my own way. So let me know what you think of Katrina's final form, as I will say. But I did go ahead and keep her hair that fiery red that she had originally in The Sims 4. And I gave her, I think, a lot of pink. So, I don't know. That's just the vibes that I got from her. But in The Sims 4, she is the mother of Dina and Nina. But in The Sims 2, their mother is actually named, I think it's Nyat, is how it's pronounced. Nighat. I'm gonna say Nyat because that's just how I think it's pronounced. I'm probably wrong. But Nyat in The Sims 2 is actually a ghost. So she isn't like a real sim that you can play with in The Sims 2, unless you can like add ghosts to your household. I don't know if that's a thing you can do in The Sims 2. I haven't played that much of Sims 2, even though I really like the game. But yeah, for the longest time, actually, I thought Katrina was supposed to be like a third Caliente sister that they added into the game. So I only learned this morning that she is actually supposed to be their mother. And like when I looked at the family relationships in, or like the household relationships in the game, it said that she is their mother. And I was absolutely just mind blown because all this time I thought she was supposed to be their sister. Like, she's an adult, and Dina and Nina are young adults. So maybe there's like a whole thing where Katrina's maybe like their stepmom or something like that, but we don't have a stepmom label in Create a Sim for household relationships. So maybe they just couldn't do that, but I don't know what the story is. Maybe The Sims just said screw the lore and this is what happened. But yeah. So Katrina's outfits, I did try to go for some glam. I think I do use a bulky 2014 hair. I'm sorry. I tried to find something that I thought would suit Katrina, and none of my custom hairs were really working out. Now, I could have just done like base game and pack stuff because obviously the Sims team with their makeovers doesn't even have custom content in their thing, and I'm pretty sure they were only allowed to use base game anyway. Hence why they had to make some new like sculpts for like nose shape and stuff. But this is my makeover, and so I'm gonna use custom content if I want to. I will say all of these Sims gave me like a really hard time with facial structure, especially trying to make over Dina, Nina, and Dawn, because I am using reference pictures for them and trying to get them as close as I possibly can to what they looked like in The Sims 2. So I don't know what it was about Dina that gave me such a hard time. Her eyes, I think in particular, were a little bit difficult to maneuver. Like, honestly, every feature is kind of hard for me to figure out when making it look like The Sims 2, because The Sims 2 graphics and Sims 4 graphics are so different. So it's very difficult to, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. But it's hard to kind of make them look exactly the same because of the graphic style, and yeah. But I did do the best that I could to kind of channel what they look like. And like I said, I'm still struggling with skin tones at this point, so please let me know if Dina is too light as well, if she needs to go darker, or if she is too dark. I don't think she's too dark. But part of me is questioning if she is too light. So I really did struggle with these skin tones, let me tell you. I need to get better practice in. But Dina, I could not find a hair for her that looked exactly the way that Sims 2 Dina's hair did. So I just did my best. And Dina's makeup's a little bit weird because she has such like a nude lip color, I guess. Like her lips are pale. Um, and for basically what I did was when I channeled their Sims 2 looks, I did it for their everyday. And so for the rest of their outfits, I just kind of did whatever. I gave Dina a lot of blue. And I think part of that came from this dress that I put on her. She was giving me Elsa vibes. Just a little bit. But the blue really suited her, and so I do give her a lot of blue throughout her outfits. I think I do try to keep that like very light lip throughout most of her outfits. I do maybe go a little bit on the pinky side on occasion, but yeah. So Dina, I don't really know a lot about Dina. I do have tabs open for some of these people. Apparently I closed Dina's tab for her information. I'm looking at the Sims 2 like wiki page or the Sims wiki page in general. Just trying to like get an idea of who these Sims were back in the Sims 2. Um, but apparently in the Sims 2, Dina is an alien Sim hybrid, according to the wiki, which I did not know. So that is actually very, very interesting. Uh, I don't know how to feel about that. Some interesting information about The Sims 2. I need to play The Sims 2 more. Um, but yeah, of course, being the base game Sims, like, a lot of them existed before seasons came out. Well, all of them existed before seasons came out, so they don't really have proper hot or cold weather. I think when the Sims team uploaded these Sims to the gallery, like the original versions, they did give them like proper hot and cold weather outfits, but I don't know. I basically, for all of these makeovers, started with their original form as a base, because I think a lot of times when Simmers give Sims makeovers, they do start with like the base look of the Sim. Sorry. Um, so I just, rather than trying to remake or give the makeovers to the new ones, I just started with the original versions and went from there. We are on Nina now, and I think I did the best job on Nina's outfits. Like, not her outfits in general, but like, she looks almost exactly the way that she did in The Sims 2, I think. I did so good at replicating what she looked like, I think. So, once again, I think it did take me a little while to get the facial features right, but that hair that I just put on her, it's a custom hair, but it looks so good from the reference picture that I had. And I did get her outfit as close as possible. She wears a black like tank top shirt and some pink jeans, and I just think this one came together so well. I'm really proud of how Nina Caliente came out in my version. So, yeah. And also, apparently Nina is also an alien sim hybrid. I'm wondering. It says their parents in The Sims 2 are Flamenco, Caliente, and Nayat. So I'm wondering if their father was an alien. Let me actually find out, since I have the tab open. Says he was a ghost. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who is a sim and who is an alien. Da 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 da. Flamingo hybrid. Okay, so it says, oh, he is the result of an alien abduction. Okay, so yeah, their dad is an alien. Hence why they're alien sim hybrids. Because I didn't think Naiad was an alien. Um, but yeah. Anyway, the most prominent feature, I think, when trying to replicate The Sims 2 Nina, is that she has this, like, very, like, dark-toned pink lip. Like, almost a hot pink, but slightly darker. And I do try to add that for most of her outfits. So, Yeah. To me, she gave off very, like, girly, sexy type of vibes. Like, she is someone who's definitely going to show off her form, especially since I think she is the one who has, like, the most prominent relationship with Dawn. Um, but we'll get into Dawn here in a sec, because Dawn is a whole other thing. But yeah, I definitely am proud of how Nina turned out the most, I think, out of all of them. Dawn gave me so many issues too, though, because I don't think that my version of him, like the final version that I gave him, looks gruff enough, if that makes sense. I don't know. His face shape gave me just so many issues compared to, like, his Sims 2. I don't know what it is. I showed my fiance my versions of The Sims, and he said that the under eye portion of Dawn was too wide. And I don't know how to fix that, and I don't know, like, what to do. Um, but overall, I just don't like the way he came out, really. I think I almost prefer like, the Sims version of Dawn now compared to my own, but I don't know. I tried my best with him. But anyway, Don Lothario is a player. And if you don't know this, well, now you do. Even in The Sims 4, he is a non-committal sim. Like, he's just getting in relationships with everyone. But in The Sims 2, Dawn has relationships with Cassandra Goth and both Nina and Dina. So, it's a whole thing. Isn't he, like, engaged to Cassandra Goth in The Sims 2? Like, isn't that a whole thing? But here he is flirting with both Dina and Nina Caliente, and it's a whole thing. So, Dawn makes some great looking kids, I'm not gonna lie. But man is not loyal. So, do not expect loyalty from Don Lothario. I think if you try to, like, lock him into a relationship, like if you try to marry him in The Sims 4, he will just be, like, super tense and uncomfortable all the time because he just wants to get out of there and hook up with some other sim. But we are getting to the end of the makeovers now, sorry. So let's go ahead and hop into the game. And I'll show you what I did with them. Alrighty, so now you can see them not sped up, but you can see them in full. So this is Katrina Caliente, and since she is an adult, I did try to make her kind of look more adultish. So I gave her, like, some slight type of wrinkles in her face, and honestly, I think she looks better that way. She definitely looks more like an adult for that. But in the newer versions of The Sims, they do actually have some new traits. But because I was using the original version of these Sims, they all have their original traits that they came with, so it's fine. But this is Katrina's new everyday, and this is kind of where I tried to channel Kris Jenner the most. So I just feel like she would wear something that makes her look super powerful, super, like, authoritative. And this jacket from, what's it called? The one kit, whatever this one is. I forgot what it's called. This jacket, I felt just was such a huge, like, power statement type thing. There's that. And I did give her some nail polish because that's a base game thing that we have now. But let me know how she looks. I am aware that her eyebrows are not the same color as her hair. That was how her original version was. And I like to think that she has dyed her hair, like, bright red, and so brown is her, like, natural hair color or something like that. For her party, I did try to give everyone, like, kind of glam party outfits. Or not party, formal wear, sorry. Party wear, several categories away. Like I said, I gave her a lot of pink because she definitely gives pink vibes to me, and I don't know if I go with more of a dark pink or a light pink. I've already forgotten. I think it's a dark pink. I think light pink I kind of gave more to Nina. But this is her athletic wear, and for her athletic, I really didn't change up a lot. Like, I kept the color scheme of her original, but I changed up the top and the bottoms, and yeah, I think she looks very nice. I kind of like the buns on her, I'm not gonna lie. Sleepwear. I think I end up giving everyone, like, a part of the sleepwear kit because those are just so good, and they're, like, the best sleepwear outfits that we have in the game, so why wouldn't I give them to the Calientes, who are, like, fashionable and all that, and very up to date in style, you know. So Katrina's got this like top bottom set with a buttoned shirt kind of over it, and I thought that was fine. So now for party wear, I definitely gave her something a little bit more classy, I think. She is rocking these heels, and yeah. Makeup is so hard to put on Sims, by the way. Like, so much of my custom makeup I love, but it's so over the top, mainly eyeshadow. Like, it goes all the way up to their eyebrows, and I don't know, I don't think I've ever seen a person, like, have that kind of makeup that goes all the way to their eyebrows, except for Ursula in The Little Mermaid. Anyway, for swimwear, I gave her this one piece from Seasons. It's my favorite swimsuit in the entire game. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and I think she had a hat on originally anyway. I think I just changed the swatch that it was in, and yeah, I let her keep the hat, even though it's gonna get absolutely soaked in the water. It's fine. So, hot weather, I gave her that same hat, but I gave her just some, like, nice clothing. She's got a pair of shorts and this very, like, nice, almost kind of flowy shirt. Flowy at the sleeves, at least. It's got a little tie in the back. I love that swatch, and I think it looks really good on her. And then for cold weather, she's got more pink. She's got this, like, giant coat on. I wanted to give her this one originally in the pink swatch, but I just thought it was way too short. And so I ended up going with this one because I thought it looked a little bit better on her, and I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this pink on her, like this particular swatch of this outfit, but I think she looks fine for the most part. So, like I said, Katrina really does not exist in The Sims 2, and so I didn't have anything to reference her off of, so I just kind of did my own thing with it. And once again, let me know if you think she is too light-skinned, because I really am trying with the skin tones. Moving on to Dina. So Dina's outfit in The Sims 2 is actually just a black dress and some heels. So I tried to do that to the closest of my ability. I feel like this was the dress that kind of closely resembled the neckline the best. So I just went with it. Like I said, I very much struggled with her face shape. I could not find a single hair that looked like the reference picture I was using. She does have this very, like, pale kind of lip going on, and so I stuck with that. Really, you just gotta do your best with what you got. The Sims 4 and Sims 2 obviously do not have the same type of clothing, and so you work with what you got. But, like I said, for formal wear, I am going for more of a glam type of look, and so this is one of my favorite dresses probably in the game. It came with Luxury Party, and it is definitely glam. So this blue definitely inspired me to just do blue in the rest of the outfits, basically. I don't know, Dina suits it very well, I think. Could just be like, every blonde sim, I think, gives me Elsa vibes at this point. So, curse you, Frozen. Athletic wear is really nothing special. Her sleepwear, like I said, I gave her another sleepwear kit outfit. So, I really did just kind of give everyone a sleepwear kit outfit. It's the best ones in the game. But this is also blue. So, party wear is also blue. This is like a really cutesy dress, but I kind of like it on her. And I did actually give her the hairstyle that they used in the new version of her in The Sims 4 just for this outfit, because I thought it would be nice and I could kind of channel the vibes of that version as well, kind of tie it in a little bit. For her swimwear, it's the same exact color as her original one, but a different style. This is a custom two-piece thing that I got. So hot weather I definitely changed. I don't remember what her hot weather was originally on the gallery, but I thought that a nice one-piece type of outfit, like a full-body outfit, would be good for her, and I think she looks really cute in it. So this is probably one of my favorite, like, full-body outfits, really. I would probably wear this IRL if I wore shorts and if I had the confidence to wear a crop top. But I don't, so I won't. But this, like, cardigan type thing, a little, like, flowiness, I would definitely wear that piece at least. And then for her cold weather, I just gave her this sweater, a pair of jeans, and some boots. And that is basically what I wear on a daily basis anyway. So, super duper cozy, and yeah. So that's Dina. And then we have Nina. And Nina, I have told you before, I think came out just perfect compared to like everyone else. When it came to channeling The Sims 2, I think I nailed Nina Caliente. So this hair is a lifesaver because it is the closest I could find to the reference picture that I was using. I may or may not be putting reference pictures on the screen for you. I don't know yet. I'm not in the editing process, but we'll find out in the editing process when the video's done if I choose to actually throw up the reference pictures I was using. Her outfit is just a black tank top and a pair of pink jeans, and I think some tennis shoes. The reference picture I was looking at is kind of hard to tell, but it's fine. So I think she turned out so good. And once again, let me know, skin tone issue, is she too light, is she too dark? I really tried my best, but I think she turned out the best out of all of them. For her formal wear, she has this very short pink dress, but she definitely gives me the vibes of someone who wants to like show off their body, and like she's just living her best life, so she's going to show those curves, and I am here for it. So she's got to get Dawn's attention somehow, doesn't she? For her athletic, I definitely stuck with a lot of pink throughout her outfits. I gave her this hair from, I think, Eco Lifestyle. It's one of my favorite hairs, yeah. It's probably like the best ponytail in the game for me. Just, I love the braid. I love the strands coming down. This is one of my favorite hairs in the game, and I will use it as much as I want. So, for her sleepwear, I gave her this like full-on bodysuit. So I'm sure Dawn will appreciate taking that off a lot, probably. This is probably the most risque outfit I will ever put my Sims in. So, there we go. For party wear, I gave her this cute little top and a skirt. And there was one skirt that kind of looked like this, but it was more of like a leather texture. And I debated giving that to her because it almost gave me Sims 2 vibes. And I stuck with it for so long until I found this skirt. And I was like, you know what? I like this one. This one suits the Sims 4 vibes a little bit better, I think. So we go with this, and I gave her this little star necklace. I don't have a lot of, like, custom necklaces that, like, hang down in between, like, the cleavage area. So if anyone has, like, recommendations for a creator who does those kind of necklaces, let me know, because I'm desperately searching for necklaces that are not, like, this close to the neck. For ones that are, like, actually on the longer side. So, yeah. And then for swimwear, she had this, like, rain going on, and so I think the swimsuit I gave her is a little bit more vibrant of a green. Like, it's a different shade, but it's still similar. So, I really like this bathing suit combo from Island Living. It's really, really nice, and I'm always looking for more swimwear as well, so if anyone has recommendations for custom swimwear stuff too, let me know. I do usually go Maxis Match, so that's preferred if you're gonna recommend creators to me. So, for her hot weather, I gave her this actually full body outfit, but it's a top and bottom piece, and I have been waiting for a sim to put this on, and I think Nina was perfect to be the model for this outfit. So, super duper cute. The sleeves are long, but I mean, she's wearing the shortest skirt that you could possibly wear in The Sims 4, I think. It looks very, very flowy and very light. I don't think she's actually going to get hot in this, so I think it's fine. There's a lot of skin showing. I think she'll be okay. And then for her cold weather, this outfit definitely gives me Y2K vibes. I'm not gonna lie, like, 90s, early 2000s, this is kind of what I feel like a lot of people would wear at the time. We got almost like flared jeans. I don't want to say bell bottoms, but like they're definitely, they've got some width at the bottom of them, paired with like a zipper jacket sweatshirt type thing and an undershirt, and then just a pair of tennis shoes. Like, this does give me early 2000s vibes. Like, any picture that I see, like, this is kind of what I think of The Sims 2. I swear we have an outfit that's like exactly this, maybe in The Sims 2. That is my Nina Caliente. Let me know what you think of her. I think she turned out the best out of all of them. I got her as close to the Sims 2 version as I could, and I think I nailed it. And then finally we have Don Lothario, which, as I've said, I'm not really happy with. Something about him is just off. I couldn't get his face shape, like, as right as I wanted to. I almost feel like his jaw area is more round. So Sims 2, like, their facial features are more like rounded but also like very pointy on their chins. And so that was kind of what I was trying to do, but also like he still does not look gruff enough. I don't know if it's the nose. I know it's partially the eye shape. I don't know. Something about him just, I don't know, it doesn't look right. um but I did give him this outfit, which I think The Sims actually has this shirt as his formal wear for the new version. Like, he has two formal wear outfits, and this top is one of them. But I used it as his everyday because this is, like, the primary thing I see Don Lothario in The Sims 2, and my reference picture had, like, a similar shirt to this in it. So I went with that. And then for his formal, he has a lot of, like, red and black kind of going on, so I tried to include that in a lot of his outfits. I didn't even notice the elbow patches there, so that's great. I also can't tell if this shirt is really red or if this is like a dark kind of pink. But for his athletic, it's pretty simple. I gave him this more like flowy type of tank top that kind of shows off his chest a little bit, because you just know that he would. He's got to flaunt those body parts. Speaking of flaunting the body parts, I could not resist giving him this heart banana hammock from the sleepwear kit. It was a collaboration with MeUndies, and you just know I had to give this to him. There was no question about it. Anyone who is questioning it, just, you gotta understand, this is Don Lothario, okay? He is going to go for the best. He is going to go for the sexiest, and there is nothing more sexy than heart-covered banana hammocks. I don't agree with that statement, but that, I just felt like that was very Don. And I don't remember entirely if that is actually like his sleepwear in The Sims 2 or not. But this got Don Lothario written all over it. So there we go. For party wear, I gave him this jacket that I have just as red, you know, keeping that red and black theme. And yeah, he's a cool guy, but I think he's also like very simple. He's not gonna go like super over the top unless it's for like bed stuff, as we have seen from the sleepwear. Moving on to swimwear, though, he has ditched the banana hammock and just gone for a pair of swim shorts. So, in the color red to keep up with the theme. And then for hot weather, again, super simple red and black theme. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did actually change his hair color to that like full-on black instead of the black with that blue tint that we originally had, because that was his hair color originally. And then I was like, well, we don't need the blue tint anymore. We have this like fully black swatch. Why am I not going to use that? So his hair color is just fully black now. And then for cold weather, we have another like jacket situation. It is literally the same as his party wear, just with like a different shirt and different shoes. But that is my Don Lothario. Let me know what you think of him too, because I feel like I didn't do the best job with him, but I got as close as I could, and there we go. So just as a recap, Katrina Caliente, Dina Caliente, Nina Caliente, who I feel I did a great job on, and then Don Lothario, the man himself. So there we go. I hope you guys like how these Sims turned out. I know some of them weren't like the best. Don Lothario, of course. Katrina, I kind of had to do my own thing just because I didn't have a reference picture. But I definitely think Nina turned out the best, and Dina turned out okay-ish. But unfortunately, these aren't going to be available in the gallery for you guys because I use a lot of custom content in them, and trying to find everything is just chaotic, and there's so much, and oh my gosh. So, they'll just be in my library. They may pop up in, like, Cardigan Legacy or something. I don't know. Let me know in the comments who your favorite is, and if you think I did a good job on any of them. Of course, again, let me know about the whole skin tone thing. Did any of them come out too light or too dark? Because I'm doing my best, but I don't know skin tone stuff. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and make sure you have notifications on so you don't miss anything. Be sure to follow my socials. Links are below. I'll see y'all soon. Bye!